Last week on AMSOIL Championship Snowcross, number 68, Tucker Hibbert captured another victory during day one of Ram Truck Snowcross in Glendon, Minnesota. Can the Snowcross legend capture another win tonight at Buffalo River Race Park? We'll soon find out on AMSOIL Championship Snowcross.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Buffalo River Race Park in Glendon, Minnesota, just outside of Fargo, North Dakota, for night two of Ram Truck Snowcross. It's AMSOIL Championship Snowcross presented by Traxxas. My name is Chris Hockey, joined on the track by Carly Applin, and in the studio, as always, by Mike Schroeder. Mike, we had a great night of racing last night, but it ended up being the same old story. Tucker Hibbert was dominant.
Oh, and he was dominant in more ways than one. Of course, winning both his heats and, of course, getting kind of working a hole shot in which he worked to the inside. You thought he was probably going to end up back in the field a little bit, but he was able to sneak around and early on take the lead. Then he did what he does so well. He runs out and he's able to establish a huge lead and say, come catch me, which people have a hard time doing.
They've just not been able to do it. But I'll tell you, one of the other storylines from last night was kind of a sad one. We spoke on Friday night about the fact that Robbie Malinowski was back. Well, he was back, but he injured his other knee midway through the feature.
Robbie came over a jump, landed hard. The good news is the knee that is injured was not injured anymore. He's going to be back racing with us again tonight.
But I also have to ask you the final question before we go racing tonight. Can anybody beat Tucker Hibbert?
The drivers need to hope, like we've talked about before, that Tucker doesn't have a good hole shot.
Plenty of questions. Let's look for answers right now. It's time for the best show on the snow to go racing. 15 of the fastest riders on the planet are lining up for day two of the Ram Truck Snowcross here at Buffalo River Race Park. Mike, I can't wait to see what's going to happen here tonight.
Your top five drivers for the overall championship are as follows. Tucker Hibbert leads the point standings with 543 points. Then Tim Tremblay and Ross Martin each have 456 points. Cody Camp slots in the fourth place with 395 points. And the Swedish driver, Emma Lohman, has 361 points.
Guys clapping their hands. Look at Robbie Malinowski. He's all pumped up. He looked like a pro wrestler down there, hitting his head a couple of times, just about ready to go. As you see the starter, they will go under starter's orders. 15 sleds, the last race of the Ram Truck Snowcross from BRRP, just about ready to go green.
And we are racing in Glendon, Minnesota. The finals are on the track.
Look at Hibbert. Hibbert trying to find some ground. He looks like he's going to slot up into about fourth. Is it Mart out front? Yes, it is. Ross Martin makes his way out front, but you know what? Hibbert got lucky. Hibbert found some real estate, and look at Logan Christian going after Ross Martin.
Once again, we see two sleds in front of Tucker Hibbert. He's waiting to see what happens. The boss, Ross Martin, is out in front.
Oh, and Logan's got a problem. Hibbert's down too.
Down.
Whereabouts are they? We're looking for a camera shot on that, but
we saw that Hibbert's back on the track now, but he's way back, and he is in the final spot on the racetrack right now. The 68 sled is in almost dead last on the first lap of the race. Mike, we have a race.
Well, 18 laps he's got to try to work his way back up front. Now we're going to see how crafty Tucker Hibbert can be as he works his way through traffic. He currently sitting in 13th. I didn't see if they made contact between Logan Christian and Tucker Hibbert, or Tucker just came off the track.
Let's take a quick look back at the hang-up Tucker Hibbert had that put the current points leader in last place. There you see Tucker Hibbert behind second-place rider Logan Christian. Hibbert rear-ends Logan's sled, and then Emma Lohman slams into Hibbert's sled, forcing the number 68 sled off the track and back into 14th place. Mike, Ross Martin had some serious issues during day one here at Buffalo River Race Park, and I'm sure that's motivating him to do better here tonight. Our very own Carly Applin had a chance to chat with Ross right before tonight's main event.
Hey guys, Carly Applin in the pits with Ross Martin. Let's talk last night though. Let's talk Friday night. You had a black flag. When you saw that, what were your first thoughts?
Now,
Oh, and Martin's got a problem. What happened there?
that is a heartbreaker for Ross Martin.
I was just super bummed. I knew I made a little mistake on the start. Kind of jumped and then grabbed the brake a little bit. But excited that I was able to work back up to 5th place.
Well, going into tonight, second place, it's a battle with Tim Tremblay. Again, it's a battle for points between you two. It continues to be that way. Now we're going into the latter half of the year. Lake Geneva is the only thing left after this weekend. How does that feel?
I mean, it feels good, but it's definitely going to be a battle all the way until the last race at Lake Geneva between me and him for second.
Well, good luck out there tonight.
Thank you.
Up front, we find Ross Martin as he continues leading the pack in first place. Meanwhile, Tucker Hibbert is trailing back in 12th place.
Your leader is Ross Martin. Emil Ullman's in second. There's Tim Tremblay, last year's champion. He's currently in third. The Stud Boy Hole Shot Award winner Kyle Pauline is currently in fourth. And Zach Patton, who was fast all night, is right now sitting in 5th place. Where's Tucker Hibbert? Still mired back in the pack. He is in 12th after trouble on the first lap.
With just 3 laps down, we've got a lot more racing ahead with Ram Truck Snowcross. So hang tight. We'll be right back.
Next on AMSOIL Championship Snowcross, Tucker Hibbert charges his way through the pack. Can the Snowcross legend move past his bad luck to capture another victory? Or will the night belong to Ross Martin? We'll find out next.
AMSOIL Championship Snowcross on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. By Traxxas, the fastest name in radio control. And by the U.S. Air Force, we do the impossible every day.
Welcome back, race fans. I'm Chris Hockey here with Mike Schroeder in Glendon, Minnesota, just outside of Fargo, North Dakota, for day 2 of the Ram Truck Snowcross. Mike, I gotta tell you, it's kind of refreshing to see another racer up front, and that's number 837, Ross Martin, followed by Emil Ullman in second and Tim Tremblay back in third.
You watch Emil Ullman right there on the number 27 NSK Skidoo. He is sitting in second place. He was, of course, 3 points out of the top 5. Coming into tonight, that is going to change big time as Logan Christian apparently pulling off the track.
Mike, Emil has really been stepping it up lately, and now the Swedish rider has a chance to move into the top 5 if he keeps this momentum going. We had a chance to chat with Ullman a little bit earlier about tonight's race.
Hey guys, it's Carly in the pits with Emil Ullman, and we want to talk about that heat. How do you feel after that one?
Well, I feel pretty good. Obviously, I did a win.
That'll put your leader is Emil Ullman on the number 27 sled. This could be an important heat race win for Emil Ullman.
He was in 5th place yesterday, 3 points behind today. Again, Emil Ullman, your race leader.
I came in here as a 5th point, but I'm not too far off. Coming in today, I was only 3 points behind Logan that was in 5th, so hopefully we can have a fair battle till the end, and in the main, I hope I can get a podium finally.
Well, good luck out there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back in the pack, we talked about it. A lot of work to do is Tucker Hibbert. He's moved up to 11th right now, and he's got his sights set on the 24 of Paul Bowerly, continuing to try to make his way back towards the front of the pack. But with that many positions, a fast guy like Tucker Hibbert, it may even be too much for him. Now he's up to 10th place. Tucker Hibbert continues to slice and dice. That's the black number 68 sled. He's headed towards the AMSOIL finish line right now. Tucker Hibbert in the air.
It's still Ross Martin out in front with about a 3.5-second lead over Emil Ullman. There you see Ross as he goes across that Air Force flyaway, back down in front, and he will take and come across to complete another lap. The AMSOIL finish line awaits him as he completes another lap. As we continue to go, it's still Emil Ullman in second, Tremblay in third, Kyle Pauline trying to move up to get on the box. Oof. We've had that conversation before, too.
Tucker Hibbert trying to move people out of his way in an effort to get up front. It was just bumping and banging with Mike Bauer right in front of him right there. Actually, I'm sorry, that was Derek Ellis, as now Tucker Hibbert has made his way to 9th spot. He's reeling him in. He's making his way. He's slicing and dicing before he runs out of time.
Well, I'll tell you what, I remember Tucker Hibbert at a final in Canterbury a number of years ago ago where he had an issue and he ended up back in about 10th or 11th place. He worked his way through the field and made the podium. This guy can do it, no doubt about it. Does he have enough time?
Mike, let's take another look at the pass that put Hibbert into 8th place. There you see it. Tucker Hibbert just passing Mike Bauer for 9th. And right after the tabletop, Hibbert moves to the inside while 8th place rider Derek Ellis goes to the outside. And it's right here where Tucker Hibbert jumps in front of Ellis and moves into the number 8 spot.
We're just about halfway through. We're working on lap number 8 right now. We're talking 18 laps. We kind of keep an eye on the distance between some of these places. Hibbert, as we indicated, in 8th place right now. He's about a 1.5 seconds behind Johan Liedman in 7th place, who was on the podium last night. But as you take and watch up front, Ross Martin still your race leader. There you see Tremblay and some of those drivers. And there is Hibbert trying now to get by, I believe that is Johan Liedman.
That's exactly right, and Tucker is on a rail right now. He made quick work of Cody Cam a moment ago. Let's see if he can make another
position.
position
And it was Johan Liedman, one of the drivers, if I'm not mistaken, that kept Tucker in check during one of the qualifiers.
That is exactly right. Oh, Tucker almost off again, riding as hard as he possibly can to make up spots. He's made it to 8th already, but we go back up front. Let's not forget about the race that Ross the Boss Martin is having.
Ross Martin is having an awesome race here tonight, Hawk, but we're only halfway through tonight's Pro Open Final, and anything could happen. So can Ross Martin hold on to this lead and take away the win? We'll find out after this break.
Next on AMSOIL Championship Snowcross, Ross Martin, Emil Oman, and Tim Tremblay battle for the top spot. Can French-Canadian Tremblay capture his first win tonight? We'll find out.
Welcome back, race fans. I'm Chris Hockey here with Mike Schroeder for day 2 of the Ram Truck Snowcross at Buffalo River Race Park in Glendon, Minnesota. Up front, your race leader is Ross Martin, followed by Emil Oman in 2nd, and last year's champion, Tim Tremblay, in 3rd.
And if I'm not mistaken, the last person to win a race when it wasn't Tucker Hibbert was Ross Martin.
No doubt about it. And as you watch Martin as he goes around this racetrack, you know, these guys have worked hard. They have had tough luck. No doubt about it, but Ross Martin, and I said that earlier today, last night he had a great hole shot, got the black flag for jumping, but he had such a positive attitude today that he came in here and said, we'll just do it again, and I'm feeling really good. And like I said, he was kind of joking that he didn't even increase his tipping at restaurants and that, hoping that it would give him more luck. I'd say 20% is looking real good right now, Ross.
No doubt about it. Listen, Tim Tremblay has made the move around Emil Oman and now is sitting in 2nd spot. So the number 11, the black sled, last year's champion, trying his best now to go from 2nd to 1st. He needs a win as much as anybody does. Tim Tremblay's been very, very fast and is competing with Ross Martin for 2nd in the points right now. So Ross Martin's out in the lead, Tim Tremblay in 2nd. That's for a lot on the line right there.
Well, like you said, those two drivers going into the night, Tim Tremblay and Ross Martin, were virtually locked as far as points go for 2nd place. So, you know, they're racing for, of course, a very important position, too. We look at Hibbert right now. Hibbert still sitting in 8th place.
I think he moved up 2 spots on that lap. We'll find out right now.
There he goes. We'll watch scoring. He's up into 6th.
He is. I thought I saw him pass 2 racers on that lap alone. Tucker Hibbert to 6th.
Now, let's take a look at Hibbert right now. He's 6.5 seconds behind Zach Patton. Patton is about another 2 seconds behind Kyle Pauline, and then another 4 seconds. So really, Hibbert right now about 12 seconds away from a podium position.
Mike, our very own Carly Applin had a chance to chat with the T-Train earlier tonight about tonight's event.
Hey guys, Carly Applin with points leader Tucker Hibbert, winner of round 1, heat 1. After last night's win, obviously these hometown races for you, are you feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I feel really good for sure. You know, last night was awesome, winning the main event, and today's been going really good. The track was super tough because it was the first heat and there was no berm, so we were all really fighting to make it in the corners, and really excited about getting back out there. It's fun racing in the main events. The heat races are kind of short, so, you know, in the main events you get out there and get a rhythm going, and the track is usually rough and gnarly, so it's a little more fun, and it's going to go out there and have fun.
Good luck tonight, Tucker.
All right, thank you.
It's a long way to go, but Tucker is on a rail right now. You see the position right in front of him right there. The 68 of Tucker Hibbert coming out of the golden light turn and headed towards the AMSOIL finish line. over it right now. That's Tucker Hibbert trying to make up some spots. He continues to run in 6th spot.
Go back up front, though. Ross Martin still your race leader, and it is going to be Tremblay. There is Ross as he comes around. He's got about a 3.5-second lead on Tremblay, and then Emma Lohman with about another 2.5-second lead as we take and watch these guys go around. 5 laps left to go.
Well, folks, we got a lot more racing coming up here during day 2 of Ram Truck Snowcross, so don't go anywhere.
AMSOIL Championship Snowcross on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. By LG. Life's good. And by Icy Hot, America's #1 topical pain reliever.
Welcome back, race fans. I'm Chris Hockey here with Mike Schroeder in Glendon, Minnesota, just outside of Fargo for day 2 of Ram Truck Snowcross. And Mike, not much has changed. Ross Martin continues leading the pack, followed by Tim Tremblay in 2nd and Emma Lohman in 3rd.
Again, Ross Martin right there on your screen. You see the orange number on the back right there. The 837's the red sled. Now down the short chute on the very back stretch. He'll take a hard right turn and head over the Air Force Flyaway. The Air Force Flyaway once again. Ross Martin is on a rail himself. Tim Tremblay's cut about 0.02 of a second off the lead, but that's all he's been able to do. Looking at the AMSOIL finish line right there, your leader, that's Ross Martin over the finish line right there. We'll wait to see. Tim Tremblay makes up even more time as he is continuing to find a way to reel in the leader. This might get interesting before the end of the race. Right there, that black sled on your screen, that number 11's Tim Tremblay. If you saw just a second ago, Ross Martin right in front of him, he's reeled him in by about a second a lap for the last 3 laps.
I don't think there's anyone on the racetrack that wants a first-place finish more than Tim Tremblay. We had a chance to talk to the French-Canadian rider earlier about racing here at Buffalo River Race Park.
Hey guys, Carly Applin with Tim Tremblay in round 1, heat 2. Let's talk about that heat. You were able to come out in front.
There's your leader and your defending champion. That's Tim Tremblay.
The other thing to remember is that we introduced Martin as 2nd and, of course, Tremblay as 3rd. They're literally tied in points.
And every point matters this late in the season. Tim Tremblay continues to lead.
Yeah, you know, I'm never going to give up. This is my my style. Like, I'm never going to give up till the end of the season. And we're making some progress with the sled, but obviously we still need to work harder and make the sled faster. And for sure, I'm not going to give up. And we'll see. Maybe we'll get one before the end of the season.
Well, good luck out there. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
4 laps left to go, and we watch on the Tucker Hibbert watch. He is in 6th place, now about a second behind Zach Patton. So he is shaved off just about 5 seconds off that interval that Patton had over him just a few minutes ago. It's still Martin out front right there. You see Tremblay trying to dig that skidoo, that number 11 AMSOIL U.S. Air Force skidoo, and work a way into, of course, 2nd place, as I believe they go by a lapper. I wonder if that wasn't Paul Bowerly that was in the middle there, but we still have Martin up front, Tremblay, Emil Oman still sitting in 3rd place.
Mike, this race is not over. Ross Martin has lost his lead. Right now on his end is Tim Tremblay. Over the AMSOIL finish line, you'll see Tim Tremblay is just a second behind him right now. Ross Martin not running away and hiding with 2 laps to go. Does Tim Tremblay have enough time left to get around Ross Martin and get a win that he craves more than anything?
You know, we're racing 18 laps, and who knows, you would hope not, that Martin's sled not going away a little bit on him. As we watch, here comes Tremblay.
Here he comes.
Tremblay
to the inside.
is on a move, and Ross Martin right there. Now, these 2 guys last year, the guys that went tooth and nail for the championship, you've got 1 lap left to go.
The white flag is out, Mike, you're right, and Ross Martin has an earful right now from Tim Tremblay right behind him, over the quad straight away and into the Traxxas turn.
Well, you're trying to make that sled about 5 feet wide, so anytime that Tremblay tries to make a move on you, he can't make a pass because you're covering his line. Martin goes back down. He's across the U.S. Air Force flyaway. Here they come to the checkered.
Into the last turn for the final turn. the Michelob Golden Light final turn, and Ross Martin over the AMSOIL finish line will win tonight in Glendon, Minnesota, the Ram Truck Snowcross, and he celebrates a big win tonight in AMSOIL Championship Snowcross presented by Traxxas. It'll be Ross Martin with a win. Tim Tremblay will come across in second, and Emil Ullman will hang on for a third spot.
Oh, I'm feeling awesome, man. It felt real good to win, and I just qualified really well. Got off to a good start, and on the first lap, when I seen that clear track ahead of me, I just had a big old grin ear to ear. Just rode my own race and put down the fastest laps I could.
Yeah, it was a good final for me. Second place, I'll take it, but pretty bummed about it. It was a good race overall, but we'll keep working hard and hopefully get it in Geneva.
I'm really, really happy that it ended up my way tonight. I got a pretty good hole shot and I was able to stay in top 3, so what can I say?
So day 2 of the Ram Truck Snowcross is now in the books. And the overall points for the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross are as follows. Tucker Hibbert stays out in front with 577 points. Ross Martin now alone in second place, just 5 points ahead of Tim Tremblay with 500 points. Meanwhile, Tremblay sitting in third with 495 points. Cody Cam is in fourth place with 421 points, and Emil Ullman in fifth place with 400 points.
Well, once again, Ross Martin wins day 2 here at Glendon, Minnesota at the Buffalo River Race Park for the Ram Truck Snowcross. For Mike Schroeder, Carly Applin, and our entire crew, I'm Chris Hockey. For scores, highlights, features, and more, go to CBSSports.com. This has been a presentation of the CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Next week, the war wages on between Tucker Hibbert, Ross Martin, and Tim Tremblay for the overall points championship. With just 2 rounds left, can Hibbert continue his momentum all the way to the championship? Or will someone else take the top spot? We'll find out next week on AMSOIL Championship Snowcross.